Picked this up the other day. I got it used, but it doesn't look like it had ever been used. It's a Skil Power Wrench. It is a battery operated, I believe, lithium-ion socket wrench, but it's electric. And it even has a forward and back switch on the back like a regular socket. I haven't had a chance to use it just yet. As soon as I find a reason to, I will definitely give it a shot and see how well it works. It acts like it's got a bit of a hammering action to it to give it more torque. It comes with a charger, a few sockets, and some bits. And this looks like a little adapter for the bits. We have Phillips and Star, one Allen wrench, a couple of flatheads. Not a lot there, but certainly that can be supplemented. I definitely have enough tools to supplement. It just has one button. There's no forward and back, just one button, but again, you want to go forward and back, switch the little switch on the back here. And these snap on just like a regular socket, so put that in there backwards. So there's not, it doesn't stay on there real well. Not as well as I would like. And it falls out a little easy. So there's one downside to it. The first thing is to plug it up and charge it up. Pretty simple, not hard to figure out. I don't know, I imagine it has a partial charge already, so I would time it, but I don't know that it would give me an accurate time frame, since it probably comes partially charged and it's just got to fully charge, whereas if I use it down to the battery almost being dead, it'll probably take longer. I found a little something to test it out on. I don't know how stuck those bolts are, but let's see what happens. Had to find a metric size for these. And we're on reverse. Interesting. That initial hit. I'm gonna hit the button. Oh, there you go. I guess that's not too bad. Yes. Hold on. Let me see if I can screw it back in there. It really doesn't impact very much. Just the once and that's it. So that's interesting. I wouldn't exactly call it an impact wrench. But it does kind of lock in place, so if you want to finish tightening it with your hands, so I guess you gotta know how to use it. Switch it around. Okay, you can use it like a regular wrench. And then once it's tight, or if you're having trouble loosening it, hit the button, it doesn't do it. So it's locked, and it'll actually ratchet. That's interesting. That's not such a bad idea. Not the most powerful thing. It doesn't exactly break stuff loose, but it does lock so that you can use your own strength to break it loose. That's now that I know how that works, that's not a bad thing to have, because I have an impact driver that if it doesn't have the oomph to do it itself, it doesn't lock so that you can actually wrench it yourself, and that does. So not much on power, but you can use it like a regular hand wrench, and then once you get the bolt loose, zip it right out. I like that. So a quick recap. It's a Skil Power Wrench. It comes with a small array of sockets and a few bits, enough to kind of get you started. It is no more powerful than you would expect it to be. It is a small battery operated tool. It doesn't have a lot of oomph, but the advantage is it still works like a ratchet. It just has one button, go. It doesn't have forward and reverse. Reverse and forward is switched over like a normal ratchet. If you find yourself in a situation where it won't knock the bolt loose, it still works like a regular ratchet. You can loosen the bolt and then zip it out with the power. Vice versa, you get a bolt started, zip it in tight, and then you give it just a little more oomph. So I like that. I like that it works both ways, that it's got the power to speed up the job, but it also has the ratcheting ability so that you can get it hand tight and you can get it off yourself when it doesn't have the power. So that is actually, in my opinion, a nice combination. Wouldn't use this for any heavy duty work. I mean, it's only the smaller bits to begin with. What is it, 1/4 drive? Yes, 1/4 drive. So it's not meant for heavy duty work, but it's great for around the house, just speeding things up just a little bit. Got something to take apart, put back together, rather than wrenching it with your hand. This will help you out. So I'm not unhappy with it. I didn't pay full price. I'm not sure what full price is. I think it's $30 some. I ended up getting it for like $9 because I bought it off of a lady whose husband got it as a gift and didn't use it. So it works out well for me. It's a neat little tool, something cool to have around the house. It comes with its own charger, a couple of little sockets and bits, and there you go. So in conclusion, the pros: this does come with a few sockets and a few bits to get you started. I also want to point out that because it's angled, you can get into smaller places than you could with a drill that would be longer. So it's good for getting in tight places. It's cordless, so you can take it anywhere. It does still ratchet like a normal wrench, so you can use it without power. That's very helpful for loosening bolts that are very tight. You can put your own manpower on it, or woman power, and vice versa. You can tighten it as much as you or as little as you want to. It's not likely to over tighten because it's not a very powerful tool. That's a pro and a con. The pro of that is that it will not over tighten, and you can tighten it as much as you want to hand tight. Now the other bad thing about it is the sockets. They don't stay on there real well. They don't fall off under their own weight, but if you were to hit it on something, the socket may pop out. That's kind of, that's annoying. But all in all, for working around the house, for small jobs, I'd say this is really good. It can, if you have a tight bolt, you can loosen it with your own power, hit the button and pull it off real quick. So it would speed the jobs up while still giving you your own strength to tighten and loosen, and the choice of how much you want to tighten it. So overall, I like this. I like this a lot. It'd be great for small jobs. Maybe not so good for working on the car or small engines or more heavy duty stuff, but wonderful for little jobs around the house. I hope that you found this video helpful. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it or found it helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment and I'll do my best to answer them, and have a good day.